Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where last episode we just finished the research, and I've already clicked through it unfortunately. We just finished the research on the matter decompressor. That is phenomenal. We're going to be very interested in making ourselves one of these eventually. The question is, when can we get away with it? I think probably pretty soon, if I had to guess. We can also start work on a Dyson Sphere research, and that'll be absolutely great. Do we have any job work that needs to be done here? Let's see. No? Okay. Sounds good. No job work needed. So, what are we going to go for our constructions here? Well, we're definitely still working on orbital rings. There's a lot of that still happening. But we're probably going to stop working on our orbital rings, and we really should just put in a habitation module here, right? And we already have a disruption field generator? What is this world? This is a tech world. Okay. Districts don't really help a tech world all that much. But there really isn't anything that would help that. So, do we have anything in here that would help tech production? It feels like there should be something, but I don't actually see anything that would help that. We've got mineral production, we've got energy credit production, food production, trade, we've got bureaucracy, which only sort of exists in the game in the form of Unity anymore. We've got consumer goods, of course. We've got alloys. We've got an orbital shield generator. And the orbital stock exchange, which would be additional trade, I think. Yeah, pretty much. So there's not much for an orbital ring that would increase science production. That's slightly remarkable. So what else do we do on the planet? Well, alloy production, of course. Why wouldn't we have alloy production here? Yeah, I guess we'll just have to specialize this for alloy production. So we would just put in alloy processing facilities, and I guess we'll just leave the disruption field generator for now. I really don't love that, though. We could just put in the Giga Mall. Actually, trade is not a terrible concept for a research world, because if we put in the Giga Mall, and then if we after that were to put in, where is it? The Orbital Stock Exchange? Oh, we need the Galactic Stock Exchange on the planet for that. But if we were to do something like this, then, the Giga Mall and alloy processing facilities, because districts give clerk jobs, which produce trade value. So that's not the worst thing in the world. We could certainly do that. I don't love it, but it is a thing that exists. Okay, so habitation rings have a lot of ways to go here. I want to check in on our mega structures. This is all looking reasonably fine here, no problem whatsoever. We're going to be finishing up our interstellar assembly site fairly soon. Keep in mind, we're still, for our orbital rings, we're still primarily influence limited. That said, we are going to be starting to finish up a number of these stations pretty soon, right? So, like this one, a transit hub and a communications jammer? Hang on. What do you have here? Your mineral production. Okay, I'm going to replace the transit hub, at least, with low-gravity mega refiners. And what else do we have here? I mean, it's kind of a hodgepodge. Beyond that. Okay. We could certainly go with, like, an orbital filing system. And I think that's what we'll queue up here. Because we do produce a decent amount of Unity here. So that's the second highest thing that we produce after our minerals. So let's go for that for now. That'll be fine. This ring is not really doing anything at this moment, and we do currently have 32,000 alloys. So we may want to head over to our bastions here. Apparently these guys are needing upgrades. And we don't have enough living metal for this. Why would we need living metal for this? Hang on. We need to cancel these. Okay. Why would we need living metal? Let's go in and check on that. The bulky class defense platforms. Ah, we put in living reactive armor. I intended for this to be just regular reactive armor. Okay, there we go. That'll do the trick there. And then the ion cannons, we actually didn't work on. We should go ahead and do a little bit of changes here. This is running advanced combat computers. We don't want to go up to sentient just yet. So we're going to do reactive armor. I'm going to do shield hardeners as well. Advanced shield hardeners. There we go. And what do we want to go for in this last A slot? What else could we get here? We're actually negative on power, so we pretty much need to do an advanced reactor booster, but that wouldn't do the trick. Wow, minus 105 power here, even with a dark matter reactor and not maxing out our sensors. That's mildly surprising to me, but I guess we'll just drop a deflector here, and we will put in a dragon scale armor. And then we don't need that. But we might need it once we get these upgraded back up. So we're probably going to run the advanced reactor booster for the time being. So we'll save that. That's fine. All of these are going to need to be quote-unquote upgraded, right? It's not necessarily upgrades, but we're just going to need to go through and get them all done. Why do you only have a 50 cap? Because you have a command center. Okay, we're going to want to replace that with a defense grid supercomputer. So I want to go through all of these and make sure that they have a defense grid supercomputer. You're the one that we're replacing. Okay. We've already got an ancient shield overcharger here. We probably want to standardize these buildings at some point. The question is, what point is that? Well, for now, it's fine. We'll just... As long as we have defense platforms at 62, it should be okay. Just double checking here. Yeah, we've got a defense grid supercomputer here already. That looks good. And we queued up that ion cannon. Cool. So now we're going to come out over this direction, and we're going to fill up what we can in terms of defense platforms. Yeah, that was a lot of completions at once. Okay, so that's the max capacity for that station. Beautiful. And now we're going to continue pouring alloys into these defense platforms for the moment. Cool. The game is a little bit frozen here. Ah, there we go. With the destruction of all 4 machine worlds, scientists have managed to deduce the origin point of the ghost signal. It is coming from CX-9881, a previously uncharted star system on the galactic periphery. This has to be where all the synthetics that fell under the sway of the signal surveyed. Or rather, journeyed. The contingency will remain a threat until this final system has been dealt with. It must be neutralized. Okay,
Situation
where is
log
it?
revised.
Up here. Hello. We can get there very quickly. I don't know what's in it, but we're going to go find out. Our fleets are all maxed out, and we're going to head up here. We're just going to park right here. We should make our way there very, very swiftly indeed. Incoming transmission. Critical error. Connection lost to all sterilization hubs. Attempting to reconnect. Stand by. Attention, please. The contingency protocol is still in effect, despite recent setbacks, delays, and impediments. Do not approach CX-9881. Do not approach. We are re-evaluating our strategic options. Any attempts to disrupt this process will result in immediate mass sterilization of the offending units. Their end approaches. Indeed, it does. So this does mean that we're probably going to have to put building defense platforms on hold, to be clear. And that's okay. I want to check in on our orbital rings here. Yeah, we're going to need to upgrade a lot of these. So, what? I did not intend to cancel that. Sure. I guess that got canceled. Let's go ahead and upgrade this to orbital ring tier 3. There we go. We don't see anything in this system. Okay, we do see them. They just don't appear on the map. This is not that powerful. So I'm going to round these to 150 for easy math. So we've got 600k here, 900k. Call it 1 million. Okay. We definitely have more than that. So we should be able to take this. We're going to arrive here. We're definitely going to want to turn on our edicts for this. There's no doubt about that. Exotic gases as shield boost. And then volatile, all of those things, and focusing crystals. Beautiful. We don't need desperate measures. This is not going to be home territory. Okay. So we're just going to get into position here. That boosts us up by a decent amount from about 130 to 160 for our fleets. And we're just going to jump in, and we should be able to win this fairly easily on our own. In theory. In theory. Is that theory accurate? That's a hard maybe. Okay, I want to check in on this construction ship. You are building your orbital ring there. You are intended to be going to, I believe you were supposed to go to Ethos Prime. But the orbital ring here is going to cost 50. So we're just going to enter orbit here for now. And in we go to the final contingency headquarters. Now, the Federations are coming in behind us, but we are the vanguard here. So in we go.
Competitive station engaged.
We're going to sit back here with our artillery and plink down their shields pretty quickly. And in theory, we should be able to wipe this out relatively swiftly. We'll take losses, to be clear. We are absolutely going to be taking losses. But in we go. Those perdition beams doing some level of damage here. But it's not until we get close that we really start doing the damage. Beautiful. We're through the armor, or rather through the shields, but we're moving on up over this direction. We're about halfway through the armor here. Our cruisers are now engaging, which cruisers are, of course, designed to eliminate armor. And we're just swarming this at this moment. This is pretty over for them. Yes, we are taking losses. We can see that we've lost about 100 fleet cap worth thus far. But their station is now gone, and their outposts, 2 of them have fallen. Or actually 1. Now 2 of them have fallen. And now there's just the 2 outposts and the Master Core remaining. Beautiful. And we're just swarming them. 1 outpost remains. Well, and the Master Core. Just the Master Core now. And it is out of here. Phenomenal. So they have basically nothing left. Here's all of those Federation forces coming in. We are just going to bombard Nexus 01 here. I want to make sure that our orbital bombardments are all set to indiscriminate. And it looks good. There we go. So we're going to bombard this way faster than the AI does. We're just going to get that done. And at this point... Oh, our forum module finished up. Cool. Do we have another upgrade for that? We do. 10,000. Okay. That should be the final upgrade there. Current price of alloys? Oh, super cheap. Okay. We're going to buy as many alloys as we can right now. We need them. Beautiful. So that's great. We're up to 13k alloys now. It's going to cost us 35k to get this all reinforced, but that really wasn't that bad in terms of losses. We're going to hit the reinforce all button, and we definitely need to turn off our edicts, so we'll do so. Magnificent. Okay. So we're going to get the interstellar assembly upgrading after we get our ships replenished, I should say. I almost said repaired there, but it's going to be replenished. That's our target. Which we're under 10 months away from that. So that's not too bad. And yes, these guys are getting absolutely swarmed. There's even a Colossus here that is probably going to go purge that world, which is fine. So the contingency is defeated at this point. They just need to realize it. That's what's going to end up happening here. Price of alloys should continue to sink down. Since the AI didn't take any damages there, it was just us that took fleet damage. And honestly, 30k is not bad. We can replenish that reasonably swiftly.
Upscaling complete.
We're making good progress on that. Cool. So I do want to continue to work on our orbital rings. But that's going to take a lot of influence. For sure. And we can see the contingency is just getting absolutely swarmed at this point. Yeah, they never really had a chance here. We'll see if the other endgame crises do. That'll be very interesting to find out. We, of course, want to continue to reinforce our fleets here. We need 18,000 alloys, allegedly. How are we doing on dark matter? Oh, we have none. That would be a problem. We're going to buy 50 for now. That'll keep us going for a bit anyway. And now we'll hit that reinforced fleet button. Oh, I should have looked at how much dark matter we needed. I did not look at that. I guess on the next month tick, we'll find out. The answer is 127. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we can do that. So we can hop into our minor artifacts here. We can sell to private collectors. We can reverse engineer an arcane technology. Cool, 10% research speed. We cannot do anything else here at this time. But now I want to hop in here. And I want to sell off a few exotic gases. And a few volatile motes. And a few rare crystals. And we'll buy in 250 dark matter. That should keep us going on dark matter for a while. Ooh, look at that. The price of alloys is low again. Cool. We'll buy in what we can. And we'll hit that reinforce all button. And that looks phenomenal. Really, really good progress there. On the next month tick, we're going to continue to reinforce here. We should be, like, only 1 month away from getting all of our forces rebuilt. We barely took any losses from that engagement, which is magnificent. I'm very pleased about that. So next month tick comes in here, and 4308. Perfect. What research did we just get? Naval Cab. Cool. So that's a good one. So it looks like one additional month tick at this point before we have this fully good to go, before our fleets are fully reinforced. Which is great. We're very pleased about that. Just waiting on that month tick here, and then we'll be able to put our resources back into star bases for the time being, or orbital rings to be precise. How are we doing on our gains here? 2561 with our forces not in dock. That's pretty good. I like it. So we're going to wrap up our fleet reconstructions here. No fleets are in need of reinforcements, and I believe that to actually be true. So that is great. Next up, we're going to upgrade this to an orbital ring tier 3. We're, of course, primarily lacking influence for all of this, right?
Complete.
So that will require additional work. Now, this is going to be laggy, but I'm going to hop in here and see how we're doing on this bombardment. Or if this guy is setting up for... It doesn't look like he's setting up for a bathing of the world here. We're up to 11% already. Not too bad. Let's get out of here before the game crashes on us. Cool. Hey, and an autosave. I like it. That'll do the trick. So upgrading these orbital rings is very expensive in terms of influence, right? There's no doubt about that. That's very, very expensive. We do need, at this point, and yeah, we definitely don't need additional reinforcements here, unless it's like a Titan or something, but I don't think we lost any Titans. No, nothing too big. Cool. The big guys weren't really engaged. They sat back and were relatively safe, so no big danger for them there. I love it. How are we doing on our next... Ooh, that's 101 months out. Well, if we were to go into our minor artifacts, when can we celebrate diversity? Only once every 10 years. Okay. That is a huge gain of unity, though, and we should do that when possible. So that'll be great, and I want to get this interstellar assembly upgrading as soon as possible. How's the price on alloys? It has come down a little bit. Not as much as I would have liked.
Incoming inquiry.
A migration treaty proposal. Who are these guys? They're under the Tebadoran Corporation. Okay, I would normally say yes, but I want the influence. So we're going to decline. Cool. So at this point, the contingency is completely and totally done, right? It's just a matter of time. We just need to bombard that up. We can't actually land on the machine world So we have to bombard it or hope that the AI uses their Colossus on it. One or the other. We'll see what ends up happening with that. The price on alloys is not super low at this moment, so we'll just wait for a month tick to get our interstellar assembly site upgrading. Cool. That will be done on this next month tick. No doubt about that one.
Upscaling complete.
And we're definitely seeing a lot of these orbital rings finishing their construction. We just can't keep up the pace of construction with our influence gains where they are right now. So that's our primary limitation there for the moment. I would love to get this orbital ring upgrading. Actually, we're only lacking alloys right now, but we have a lot of these that need to be done, right? So we're not really working on building additional orbital rings right now. Cool. So as soon as this month tick comes in, we can get this orbital ring upgrade going. And we just want to target getting all of these up to tier 3 for the time being. Influence is going to be painful for getting all of these orbital rings built, but we are certainly making progress on that. I also want... Oh, wow, look at that. We're positive in our minerals. That must be the power of the orbital ring. There's nothing else that we've done that would bring us positive in minerals that I can think of. Any job work we need to do? I mean, this Forge world needs a planetary administration. Sure. That's fine. Cool, 2,000 energy credits. We're now negative in energy credits, which isn't hugely shocking to me. This unification center needs a job. Okay. We can just upgrade an administrative park. That's fine. No major issue there for now. This generator world needs housing. I suppose it is a generator world. We can build a generator district there. That'll do the trick for the time being. Not that it's good amounts of housing, but it'll do. Sentry array completed. Sure. Okay, let's check in on our orbital rings at this point. So, what do we need more than anything? Well, influence. We're gaining 7.75 influence per month.
Upscaling complete.
And that's a little painful. No doubt about that. I would love to have these guys be building something at this time. Unfortunately, they're not really in a position to do so. So let's see here. We were just on Ethos. This would be Gossamer Prime that we would go to next. Sure. We'll go enter orbit of Gossamer Prime, but we're not capable of building the orbital ring at this time. Influence is our primary lack, and with all of these starbases being worked on, not starbases, all of these orbital rings being worked on, we have a pretty big influence deficit that we're working through right now. So that's okay. I would love to get some proper megastructures going, but we can't really do that either until this art installation... Actually, we've got a number of upgrades on this art installation to go, don't we? We do. We may want to consider taking Architectural Renaissance here. That would probably mean dropping a Grand Fleet, which would be very painful for us. Or going negative in our Unity. That would be the other option here. Speaking of Unity, can we celebrate diversity yet? No. Okay, when is our celebrating diversity modifier expiring? 7 years. Okay, that's going to be a while. Cool. We're capped to 2 megastructures right now, right? I just want to double check that. Specifically, I want to build it here. Let's see here. So this would be a matter decompressor site? Yeah, it's 2 megastructures that we're capped to. Okay, that sounds fine. So at this point, we just need to work on bastions, right? Why do we need to upgrade these defensive platforms all the time? What is happening with the bulky class defensive platform? It's set to auto-upgrade. Don't auto-upgrade it. Okay, that should solve that problem. Wait, it went back to Sapient combat computers? Do we still have the negative from that? We do. Although it's less bad than it used to be.
Upscaling complete.
And maybe the AI system has determined that to be better, even with the malice. That's a possibility. We should probably consider going through all of our ship designs and bumping these up to, not carrier, artillery. There we go. We still only have level 4 tachyon sensors, which is a little odd, but sure. So we'll just go through all of these and we'll bump these up to Sapient combat computers, but we're not going to actually upgrade them until the current situation is actually completely dealt with. So there we go. We'll get our frigates upgraded as well. Not that we need to. And our corvettes. Beautiful. So those will need upgrades eventually. But we'll do that after this is done. I want to check in on the status of this. Oh, this is so laggy in this system. Wow, okay. This is just Stellaris single-thread performance here. You can see, based on the mouse, the video's going just fine. No problem with that. Just the game. This is the literal frame rate that we have here. 30% devastation. Okay. Well, that's going to be a bit before that's done. Good to know. We can go to this orbital ring and get it upgrading. That'll be absolutely fine to do. There we go. And we've got a number of these that need to continue to upgrade. But it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue to construct. And hopefully continue to get these bastions all built up. That would be absolutely great to have that done before these guys declare on us again, which is almost certainly coming. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadow Wolf, and Mohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.